Action. Hi, I'm Ernest Martinez, and I'm with the Open Hand Institute. We're here with the wonderful Beryl Birch, the author of Power Yoga, Beyond Power Yoga, Boomer Yoga, and Yoga for Warriors. Beryl provides something special for the Open Hand Institute program. She adds something pretty spectacular to the faculty. Beryl, can you talk a little bit about how you came to be part of the faculty of OHI?
I can. I think it was through divine intervention that I came to be part of the faculty of the Open Hand Institute. It's primarily through my association with Nydia Darby, who's also on faculty and has her doctorate in physical therapy and has been teaching and offering yoga therapy to the San Antonio community for a long time. And Nydia and I have worked together. I've done a lot of trainings at her studio, and it was through Nydia that I got to meet the wonderful people from the union, and we all started brainstorming together. And I came in on the tail end of the brainstorming, but came up with this idea to develop a teacher training program that would kind of fill in some of the pieces of training for the aspiring yoga teacher that perhaps wasn't being offered in many traditions. You know, that we really focus not only on training a yoga teacher to teach asana, but our vision really is to see yoga teachers become leaders in their communities and develop careers in yoga service and go out into the world and not only work on changing themselves, but work on changing the world as well, and work on healing our planet, which could use a little work right about now.
Beautifully said. Can you talk a little bit about the walking meditation that we did this morning? It was spectacular. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite forms of meditation. And if you could just tell us a little bit about what we did and what you know about that.
Could we take a little side
We could.
trip right now and share our friend who's come to join us for this interview? This beautiful peacock that's here at the Ancient Yoga Center. He's not being very cooperative right now by turning his butt to us, but his butt is fairly attractive. So maybe he'll come back. You know, there he goes.
Well, he was being ignored because he was right behind you for the longest time, and you weren't paying attention to him, so he decided he would go in.
He's been hanging around all weekend. The walking meditation is something that I learned from Thich Nhat Hanh, who is just a master practitioner and teacher of the practice. You know, it's normally when we walk to get somewhere. You know, we walk to get to dinner, or we walk to get to work, or we walk to go to the store. There's always some end goal. And in walking meditation, you're walking simply to walk, to connect mindfully to make the connection with Mother Earth a sacred step, to just put your foot down and really feel the connectedness of all things. And it's a very slow, deliberate walking. Sometimes, you know, when you first start walking meditation, you can feel a little off balance because we're almost like a child learning to walk again. You know, you're walking slowly and deliberately, and until you get the hang of it, it can be a little off balancing. But as you slow down, you start to become involved in sort of the microcosm, and you see things that you might not ever otherwise notice in your haste to get somewhere by your walking. So it's walking just to be joyful, just to be aware of the breath coming in, the breath going out, walking to connect with the birds and the wind, the sky and the air and your beautiful environment. It can be done anywhere. Obviously, it's really nice to do it in a place like we are here in the hill country outside Austin, Texas. But it can be done. I've done walking meditation many places. If you're in a city, well, hello. You two are very pretty. Yes, you are. If you're in a city and you're walking very slowly and deliberately, you can get run over, or people can look at you like you're a little strange, so you might have to pick up the pace a little bit in the city, but it's a wonderful way to just slow down and really notice all the beauty in your environment. This morning, I happened to see a dragonfly land on a little stalk of, it looked like a little stalk of wheat or amaranth, and he just sat there with his little feet, holding on. And the wind blew him, and then he'd lift off and go to another branch or another stalk. And I watched him for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I kept walking, and he decided to just fly along with me. And every time I stopped, he would stop and investigate the territory. Or every time he stopped, I would stop, but we managed to hang out together for about half an hour. And how often would you have the opportunity to really notice that? It's really about getting your attention in present time and slowing down and just being grateful for your environment.
Well, I certainly felt that on the walk today. Just thoroughly enjoyed the entire process and really connected with Mother Earth, as you said. If there was one thing that you could leave us with today, one gem, I know you're full of them, but...
Wasn't quite sure what you were going to say I was full of there.
What would it be?
Get your attention in present time, and the future will take care of itself. And that every practice in yoga, every tradition, whether it's an asana practice or pranayama or meditation, is about teaching us to pay attention. And as we learn to focus our attention, it's about surrendering to the present moment, surrendering to just pure awareness. And until you have the experience of yoga, which is really the experience of boundlessness, of connectedness, you haven't really experienced yoga. Yoga is an experience. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say here. Yoga is an experience. And until you have that experience of connectedness, experientially, not just thinking, oh yeah, I know we're all connected, but really getting it, then you're still on the path of searching for who you truly are. And once you have the experience of yoga, you really have the experience of knowing the true self and understanding, who am I? It's like finding the answer to who am I. I'm not my name, I'm not my accomplishments, I'm not my books, I'm not my political affiliation or my profession. Who am I? And that answer comes with the experience of yoga or of samadhi or of connecting with one spirit. In yoga it's called many things. Ishvara, Brahma, Purusha, Supreme Purusha. It all simply means just this. Just vibration. Just this moment. Just this.
Just this. So I have one final question, and then I'll let you be. I know you've had a long day, and you have an early morning tomorrow. So I know that you have your own foundation, and you are part of many other teacher training programs. What made you decide Open Hand Institute was something that you wanted to be a part of?
The quality of the faculty. I have a teacher training program. I've been training teachers since 1984, Every program I do is part of my school, the Hard and the Soft Yoga Institute. The program is called the Hard and the Soft, basically, which comes from the Zen proverb, which means only when you can be extremely pliable and soft can you be extremely hard and strong. And that, for me, kind of summed up all the decisions we make in life, that it's a balance between standing firm and standing your ground and letting go and surrendering and knowing when to do which. And joining up with Open Hand was basically because I just loved Lisa and all of the students that I met, and their vision was so powerful and so clear, and we seemed to have such synchronicity that it just was kind of a no-brainer, you know. It's just, and it's, I don't even think of it as separate from what I do, because the objectives of Open Hand and my foundation, Give Back Yoga Foundation, and creating better human beings and supporting yoga teachers to develop give back projects, it's all kind of one path.
Well, here we are. Beryl, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Thank you so much for your time. The past 2.5 days that you've been here, anytime I get to spend time with you is just something that I cherish and I hold really close to my heart. So thank you so much for your time again, and for your words of wisdom. We really appreciate that.